On Friday, I shared ZIM with you, the zone of intrinsic motivation, and how that theory came out of my studies for my master's degree, 11, 12 years ago. Also, during that time, some of the research I was reading involved things like Deci and Ryan's self-determination theory. And while I'm doing this studying, a book named Drive comes out, or at least I become aware of it. And in that book, Dan Pink writes about humans' need to have a certain level of autonomy. We not want, we need to be able to direct our own lives to some degree. And that when we get to do that, we naturally work towards mastery, getting better at something that matters. But these two alone aren't enough, and I know you've heard me talk about purpose. This is the big part of it, that yearning to do what we do in the service of something larger than ourselves. The purpose isn't to make ourselves better. That's part of our drive, mastery. The purpose has to do with something larger than ourselves. And in the Mac Lab, when we boil it down, it's to prove that kids can handle more responsibility than we give them at school, that they can handle the freedom to have a certain degree of autonomy, that you will indeed work towards mastery, and that serves our purpose because you become part of a team that says, yeah, school can be more than what it is. That's oversimplifying things. But this quote, what I do in the Mac Lab, we do in the Mac Lab, because we do it together, isn't traditional school. And I think that's pretty easy to understand. So if you read this, Molière, this French playwright, actor and poet, but this is a comedy. And so take this in the way it's being delivered, that, he's telling the patient, you should die. Because that's not how we treat your condition. You should fail in the Mac Lab because that's not how kids learn. And so you take this however you want. Here's links to the book and some of the research. But the point is, there's a reason we do what we do in here. And, the reason that I give you the freedom, and then I insist, or at least I try to strongly encourage you to live up to your end of the deal. We have a long way to go this year. I want you to understand this will serve you from this point forward in your life if you hang on to the important parts of what you're experiencing, the things that make you a better human being, more driven to what it is you really want to do, what it is you want to get better at, and ultimately, who you want to help.